The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
All right, I know you're all going to want to talk about Magic Round, so go on, talk about Magic Round.
Well,
What happened? I missed it all, I'm afraid.
Well, there's not that much to talk about. There was a great weekend. But the Bronx were awful.
That was
We're going to just go push past that one, I think.
Yeah, it was a disappointing from the Broncos, but what a great weekend
Great
for
weekend,
Brisbane.
though. Yeah, that was huge.
Owen Wilson was there.
He was
I
like,
saw that. They're walking down the Caxton too.
Yeah, and then Alicia went past him on a lime scooter.
people
You
saw him everywhere.
Alicia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was he?
It was just around the corner here in Tenerife. He just zoomed past me on a little lime scooter with his little green helmet on and everything.
I tell you, that's where you find celebrities, is along that Tenerife track with the lime scooters.
Well, he was at the Carlisle, staying there.
Well, that's not surprising.
And I didn't see him. I was there all day. One of the days, I don't know, at Hellenica. And I didn't see him. But people are saying, "Oh, he's around. He's just popped out on the lift, and someone just saw him get into a lift there, and he's walking over here."
It's cool that he's
He
on
was
a scooter.
everywhere.
I like that he's on the scooter.
Anyway,
Well,
apparently
no
he's
one can get you on a scooter. That's what I realised. I remember I did a show in Brisbane. I was at the Brisbane City Hall and I got attacked after the show. Then after that I went, stuff
Attacked?
this, attacked.
What do you mean?
Chased, 2 men. It was
Oh, my
awful.
God.
Anyway, I then worked out that no one can catch you on a lime scooter. From then on, I was hooked. That was back when they were going 27 kilometres an hour too. So, yeah, it's the safest way.
That's the way to go.
It's the way to go.
Well, speaking of Magic, I remember a couple of years ago there were a few players that hadn't yet played and they were just going through like the city and Caxton sort of area on scooters. And everyone's like, they're gonna run into a bunch of drunk people and rule themselves out of the game because they were getting on scooters. So I don't think we had any of that action going on over the
We
weekend,
went to
sadly.
Magic Round on Sunday and we caught the train from the coast to Roma Street and we were doing the walk from Roma Street to Suncorp on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And there were these two girls that were on lime scooters, but they put themselves on the footpath with the rest of
It's not how you do
the
it.
rest of us that were walking. And I was like, no, you meant to get on the street.
Yeah, you just
were
gotta
in
slip
street,
into
right?
the-
Take
yeah.
this to the street, girls. Yeah.
Yeah, drive like a slow Camry.
They had to
left
hop
lane.
off. They had to hop off at one stage and sort of wheel it along with the rest of us. Like, you're not doing it right.
No, and there should be 3 of you on one.
Exactly. Popping a mono through a red light.
Actually, my cousin works for the police and he says probably the most amount of incidents they see are lime scooter accidents.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
They're always picking people up out of ditches or hit potholes or just
Yeah.
come a cropper hitting the curb.
Well, it was a good weekend. A Magic Round.
it was big everywhere too,
Brisbane
wasn't it?
is the best place to host Magic Round
Yeah.
too. There's been some talk around about moving it to another
no,
place.
It's
or
not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
taking it
I've
to
been
Hong
talking-
Kong or something
no,
like that.
it's not going to bloody happen. I've
It's
been
just
talking
perfectly
about
suited for
Kong?
Brizzy.
How many Queenslanders are going to go to Hong Kong to watch Magic Round?
it. Well, I guess they figure that rugby sevens works well there, and there's a great new stadium they've just built there too, which I've already seen.
so
but-
rugby union's still happening.
Oh yeah, rugby union's killing it everywhere. Everywhere.
Don't turn the music down when I say something outrageous like that.
No, it's battling here, Northern Hemisphere. It's going nuts. Rugby.
It ran out coincidentally. That wasn't me, but
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Nikki's News.
Oh, there's a lot of news to get through today, but let's start with something that's close to home for me. There is a meteor shower in May. The Eta Aquarids meteor shower is set to reach its peak during the early hours of this week with up to 50 meteors per hour in the late night sky, according to NASA. Aussies have the prime opportunity to view this celestial event as the southern hemisphere sees its best. The meteor shower is expected to reach its peak at 2 a.m. on both May 6 and May 7. But I've already started seeing them. Remember, I've told you that I thought I saw either a meteor or a UFO?
Yeah, you saw them
And I
last
saw
week.
another one this morning.
Well, that was it because 2 a.m. sick on the 6th of May was like what you just said.
Yeah, well, it's happening.
That must have been it. You've
I'm
seen
not
it.
making this news up. I'm a witness.
So it will happen tomorrow at 2 a.m. as well. Then you just said.
Yeah, so for anyone
Oh, so
who's-
you were in genuine prime time viewing to
Yeah.
see, and you saw it again today.
Yes. Well, I am up at Sparrowfart, so yeah, I get to see what, the normal punters miss. So yeah, if you're a truckie and you got dash cam and you see it, just send it over.
And you saw it around Caboolture.
Yeah, always around Caboolture because that's where the sky's the darkest because of all the
Not many
acreage and
lights.
everything.
Yeah.
And the national park or state forest or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's Cubby Country now.
It's what?
Cabin country.
Cabin country.
Cubby Country.
What do you say?
Yeah,
Like
so-
we're supposed to know what that means?
Yes.
The Cubby Cubby tribe have been given
Oh,
the land
indigenous.
title, yes.
Cubby Cubby.
Yeah, so they've got all of the Sunshine Coast.
I thought you were saying cabin country. Like there's lots
Cabin
of cabins
country.
there now. Lots of,
Cabin country.
lots of people building cabins there now.
The Met Gala is happening today with the theme being Tailored for You. The event will be hosted by Anna Wintour and will be joined by a notably fashionable group, which
Anna
includes...
Wintour?
Yeah, well, she's a proper
Yeah.
designer.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's still around.
yes.
Yeah, she's the Devil Wears Prada.
Well, based on,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
she is the OG.
All right.
So they're rolling her out, and Coleman Domingo, I don't know who that is. It's an
Plasso's
actor.
brother.
Yeah.
And Lewis Hamilton, because he's so pretty. Rapper A$AP Rocky and singer and producer Pharrell Williams, who doesn't age. I don't know how
No,
he
he
doesn't
doesn't-
age.
he don't crack.
Oh, do you know who else will be making an appearance?
Who?
NBA legend LeBron James. He'll be joining the gang as honorary co-chair. The event will be live streamed on via Vogue socials from approximately 8 a.m. today.
What do they do at that?
The Met Gala, that's the one where they get dressed up really.
Yeah, but what do they do when they get in there?
This is
There's no awards, right? It's just like
No, it's all la-di-da, wank, wank, wank.
just a dinner.
It's a
Yeah,
party.
it's just an outfit party. They all go to the bathrooms, probably snort cocaine and get selfies. But the outfits are just ridiculous.
They do it in ridiculous outfits.
Yeah, this is the closest to
It's a normal
Marie.
Saturday
Makes it
night,
more
but
fun.
they get dressed up.
This is like the modern Marie Antoinette, I think. This is like shoving it in your face. We're the gods of the world.
Yeah, I thought this might have just died over the last few years. You know,
No,
the whole
no.
concept. I thought they might go, come on, guys, we get enough of these gigs now. We'll drop the Met Gala, whatever it's called.
No, they're, birds of a feather flock together.
Oh, well done.
Reserve Bank interest rates. Major cuts expected in Reserve Bank interest rates. Australia's mortgage holders may soon breathe easier as the National Australia Bank, NAB, forecasts significant cuts in Reserve Bank interest rates over the coming months. The bank's chief economist, Sally Auld, predicts up to 100 basis points in rate reductions by August 2025, with additional cuts likely before early 2026. Well, that's music to my ears.
Finally, some relief.
I'm mortgaged to the tits. Like, this is good news for me. This is good news.
Good.
And a lot of
I'm
people,
happy for you.
because our mortgage has doubled over the last 3 years. It's doubled. So
Really?
yeah, we took on a house thinking this is what we have to pay, and it's doubled, which is why I'm here doing breakfast radio.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Woke up to some crappy news this morning. I don't know if you guys would feel this as much as I feel it on behalf of all of my colleagues. Trump's tariff on Aussie films, 100%
Oh, yeah, no, I did see
tariff on Aussie films is an absolute disaster for
Well, for
our
the
film
Australian industry, it will be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is very, very, very bad news. We've had a very good trade agreement for quite a long time now where it's really kicked off our industry. That's why we've got Owen Wilson riding around on a Lime scooter, because we've got all the talent here. We've got the most amazing cinema photographers here. There's so much talent here.
Screen Queensland do a great job. They literally
They do. They're
work
downstairs.
right down from where we are right now. They do a great job.
Well,
Yeah.
they've actually been incentivising big American franchises and blockbusters to come down here,
Exactly.
make it
And
financially viable.
all the auditions I had before I moved over to radio, they were all US productions with
Yeah.
big American stars. And that's how a lot of our talent are getting good, like big breaks. And that's how we're always at the Oscars representing. Now, the arse has fallen out of that overnight. Like literally, everyone will be going, okay, Australia's off the list now where we're going to make our movies.
It's going to be double, will it? No,
It's going to be double, so people are going to have to pay double at the box office in America. I believe that's how they're going to bring the tax in.
I think the way it will work is say if it's a $10 million film that they're making and they've brought it to Australia because they want to take advantage of the incentives that we're offering, and then that employs our local people and all the talent that you're talking about. Then for them to show that movie in the States, it would be a dollar for dollar tariff. So if it's a $10 million budget, they would have to pay $10 million to be able to show that into the States, which of course
Is that how it
they would
works?
want to, because that's the biggest market. Well, that's as I understand it, Mitch. That's
I'm just sort of reading in. There's a lot of people that are saying, look, it's actually unclear how it's going to be put into practice and applied and all that sort of stuff. So he's just sort of come out and said, look, our film industry is dying and this is what we need to do to fix it. And everyone's sort of scrambling.
Oh, it looks like it's a distribution thing. I've opened it up in the paper here. Okay, for example, with a 100% tariff, a film costing $20 million to make in Australia would be charged a $20 million tax if they wanted to sell it in the US.
Yeah,
so it is
what
a
I said.
distribution issue, yeah. So that it's very rare that Aussie films actually get a $10 million budget. And then American films, if they want to make them over here,
that's where it's
they're going to have to double
it'd make
their
it price
budget.
prohibitive. There's no reason to do that. There'll be other places. Well, I mean, maybe there's not other places. I presume
Well, there
Trump's,
goes our White
Trump's
Lotus.
putting that everywhere.
One, like say,
Yeah.
they talk about the big films that are coming out. I think they're about to start shooting, or maybe they're going to, with this news, they might have to move it. But like the latest in the Godzilla, King Kong movies, they've done the last 2 or 3 down here. That'd be a $250 million budget. And then all of a sudden, if Warner Brothers have to
$500 million.
Yeah,
throw
I
up.
think they're making another one at the moment.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and you're right, and that's exactly why Owen Wilson is in town. It was why Tom Cruise was here.
Mark Wahlberg was here.
That's
last year.
why Tom Hanks started COVID.
Tom Hanks, I meant. That's
yep.
right. Yes. Yeah.
It is really, really, really bad news. It's bad news.
And it's kind of crap because it's their fault anyway. The reason they left California is because California makes it really hard to make films at the moment. Like, it's expensive. So it's their own states that created that in the first place. And now they're razzing us for it.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
in Queensland, like California, they want those climates and stuff. It's like they can't just go to the middle America where
Yeah.
it's freezing cold. They got to.
And Australia won't be the only one. I'm presuming there's 100% tariffs around the world.
Yeah, I wonder who
Anywhere
else
but
has been
America.
hit. Because
Yeah.
another place where they're starting to kick off a lot of production is Hong Kong, believe it or not. They've been building studios up
Not
there.
anymore.
Hong Kong wants our movies.
Yeah, Hong Kong
They
wants
want our
movies.
magic round.
They want our magic
Back
round.
off. Back off.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
The election, we didn't even mention that.
Yeah,
over
that
a
happened.
Huge weekend.
That
Yeah.
that was is that the biggest landslide in history? That was quite the
Well,
Something like that.
it was kind of all over before it began, like as far as the counting. Like I switched on to have a look, and it's like they were calling it very early.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
exit polls or whatever, the first things that
Whatever
come out.
it
or
is,
something
it's like
that.
they already know. Like this is it's all over. And then Dutton,
losing his seat.
like
So that's never happened before, has
he
it?
woke up
No,
on
that
Saturday.
has happened before, hasn't it?
Not
Oh,
for
no,
a,
Has it?
not for an
opposition.
opposition leader. Yeah,
Yeah.
He woke up on the Saturday and would have been thinking, well, tonight I'm going to go to bed and I could either be the Prime Minister of the country or I won't be.
Unemployed.
But he ended up, yeah, Lutz, you're right, unemployed. He ended up, like, out.
I actually think
completely.
it's a blessing. Like if you don't win, I feel like it's a blessing.
What, to lose your seat?
Yeah, just get out. I'm all about clean breaks.
Look,
Good
I
on Dutton.
wondered-
Go and have a holiday.
If he's lost that, he's effectively lost 2 jobs. He's lost the Prime Ministership and, well, not necessarily the leader of the opposition, but he can't be the leader of the opposition if he loses
hasn't got
his
a
job.
seat.
So,
Yeah.
like, does his wage stop for his seat?
I think
like,
he's done.
As of today.
He doesn't
That's-
have that seat anymore. The other girl does.
No. She's got a remarkable story. That lady that beat Peter Dutton.
She's been through the worst things ever.
Really?
Yes. She you know more about it, don't you, Ash?
Well, she lost a child to leukemia. She lost her leg at some stage, and I believe was that her 3rd time going up against Dutton in that
Really?
seat. She's hung in there, and
That's in Brisbane, isn't it?
it's in Brisbane. Yes,
Dixon.
Yeah.
Yes,
Dixon. Yeah,
Strathpine,
Dixon. Yeah, yeah.
Strathers.
Seat of Dixon. But she's had quite the story, quite the journey to get there, and then she's toppled because you always think that the leader of the opposition is in a
Is
super
a shoo-in.
safe seat.
You would
Yeah.
think so.
Well,
Yeah.
are, yeah.
But-
Always are.
Yeah, and then I saw. I know Mitch has got a problem with Donald Trump over the weekend, but I saw
The nerd in me. Yeah.
I saw an interview. Before we get to that, I saw an interview with Donald Trump. They were talking to him about Albanese has been re-elected, and you could tell that Donald Trump. He's like, well, he seems like a nice enough guy when I've spoken to him.
I can't believe he remembered his name, to be honest. He actually said Albanese, didn't he?
Yeah, but then he went out of his way to say, no, I don't know the other bloke or the other guy.
Yeah.
Like,
He didn't know there was an election on.
Didn't even get to know. Didn't know there was an election on.
Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty funny when you think about it. He has no idea of our political landscape.
And then he had to be told that Albanese, like we were talking about the tariffs before, that Albanese has said some not complimentary things about Donald Trump's tariffs. And Trump was like, yeah, well, as I said, I've never had a problem with him talking to him. So it was obvious if he's got a problem, Donald doesn't care. And it hasn't really...
And that's a problem when you think about it. Like the fact that
live on his radar.
The fact that he doesn't know one thing. So when he makes decisions like the tariffs, he doesn't care. It's literally an X on a map.
From what I've seen is he does all these tariffs and then he leaves the phone lines open for all the political leaders to come and he said, quote, he said, kiss my ass. He said that's what they all do after he does all these.
They kiss his ass.
So now it'll be a process of, like, this may not stick, this tariff. This may be.
Right, but he sets a ridiculous...
But Albo's going to have a very busy Tuesday after his Monday off. Oh, he didn't have Labor Day, just us. But, yeah, he's going to have to try and shift that now.
And what's your reasoning for being upset with?
Oh no, I saw a tweet from the White House account, and it's because everyone jump on board International Star Wars Day, May the 4th.
Yes.
And so happy May the 4th to all, including the radical left lunatics who are fighting so hard to bring Sith Lords, who are the bad guys if you don't watch Star Wars, murderers, drug lords, dangerous prisoners, and well-known MS-13 gang members bring back into our galaxy. You're not the rebellion, you're the Empire, who are the bad guys. But then posted a picture of Donald Trump in a sleeveless shirt with like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator type muscles, holding a red lightsaber,
which is obviously
famously boasted
bad
by the bad
who
guys.
actually posted that?
The White House account.
Yeah,
they
posted him dressed as the Pope. Like,
Are they-
4 days after the Pope died.
I tell you,
Think about that. Think about the absurdity of that.
a message to our producers: if we ever put a post up about you like that and you're holding a red lightsaber, we're gaslighting you.
Yeah,
It means we're saying you're the bad guy.
Yes. Yeah, well, who? Mitch specifically, or?
No, well, yeah. Yeah.
Like, he'd happily be posing with a red lightsaber, but he'd be dressed as Darth Vader.
Yeah, obviously, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it properly, right? Yeah,
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
But so much sport over the weekend. We haven't mentioned Oscar Piastri. He won in the Formula Ones. He's on top of the table, which
It's
is
so
incredible.
exciting. He's pulled off a hat trick.
That's nuts.
And it's so nuts when you see how young they all are. You see them all come out of the car and you're like, oh, my goodness, good on you, young lad.
Like kids.
That's amazing.
far.
It's like a tribe of Timothy Chalamets.
yeah.
Pretty much.
That's what it looks
It
like.
is. It's kind of the elite wunderkind.
Yes. And the Lions are on top of the table too. They won the Q Clash as well. So the Lions are on fire. But it was all about Magic Round this weekend. Lara Pitt, of course, does a great job with KO. Footy is back. You can get on board KO Sports and sign up today. Good morning to you, Lara. How good is Magic Round? And don't you agree
She's in
that
an
Brisbane is
element.
the best city to be hosting?
Oh, well,
this
from
event?
the best event there is in the rugby league calendar to being on the best, it's the number one breakfast show in Brizzy, guys.
Oh, thank you very much.
Lara.
Yes, I did my research.
Respect.
Well done, guys. No, I hate saying it because I'm a New South Wales supporter, obviously. But yes, nowhere else could do the show as well as you guys do up there. I'd say it's not hungover because I don't go out anymore. I'm too old for that. But I'm flat as a tack coming home to my kids because it's just, you're on a high for the whole weekend.
I swear there are still people who don't know the election results because of the Magic Round.
I
the
didn't
whole
even know
weekend.
Oscar Piastri won the Formula
I
One
know.
when you were talking about it. I was like, oh, wow, how good.
You're playing catch. I'd love to say that your KO colleagues didn't go out like you did, but I had some fairly intense evenings with
I bet you did.
some of your
Yeah,
friends.
I
Can I just say
apologise.
that?
Yeah. I can imagine it. I have heard. It's the best part of also the weekend for me is waking up in the morning fresh as a daisy, going to the broadcast and then just, trying to find out what everyone else got up to. And the stories are fabulous.
Where did you go? Who were you with? What time did you get home?
Oh, me. I went,
No, you did
that-
nothing. We
you
know
know
you
who
did
I'm
nothing.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
I don't.
I know you're talking about.
It wasn't the best weekend for our Queensland team. So
No, you guys had a rubbish weekend.
all four teams went down. I don't think that's ever happened before. And not at Magic Round, certainly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, are you guys all Broncos on the panel or what?
Well, yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Except for Mitch.
And it'd be hard not to be because seriously, that team, you called the Roosters the glamour team once upon a time. The Broncos are the glamour team of the comp. And they, I'd love about half their side in my team. Thank you very much. Don't know why they couldn't get the result though on the weekend.
That was not a pretty game, was
No.
it? Awful.
No, they've got a bit of work to do. I think maybe everyone thought, Madge was going to be the quick fix, but, it takes some time. And I don't think that they're not going to get it right because they're one of the best teams to watch when they play well, like the most exciting team to watch, I'd say, when they turn it on. But, long season. They've got a bit to get right, but I imagine they will.
Katy Perry, hot and cold, haven't they?
Great lyricists.
Fair to say. Agreed.
I can tell you Lara, I'll tell you what's cool is our young fella Gouts on the back page on Tuesday night, which is
tonight.
Tonight. That's right. Yeah, it's Tuesday because we had a public holiday. So that's pretty cool. I know he's, and it's what's cool for him is that, and I've done this as well with the back page. Is where he'll travel down with Crash Craddock and get to spend 3 or 4 hours with Crash before the show on the plane, and then he flies home with Crash the same night, and then I think Crash, God bless him, has offered along with his wife to drive Gout back to Ipswich.
Really?
Yeah, he might run faster. No, I am obsessed with this storyline, but my kids, my boys, I don't know, anyone who's fast is so cool. So, they'll definitely want to tune in tonight, and so exciting for Australian athletics to have, someone who can be up there and on the big stage and be the fastest. Like, nothing better. So, poor guy. I mean, look, Crash will be great. I think he'll provide some good old stories, right? Is there a better storyteller?
No, there is not.
No.
I don't know who Crash is, but
he's
now
a great
I
one.
know.
Sorry,
Crash
Nikki.
is.
Legends, Crash.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Give
Great
him the
journalist,
name.
amazing rider, makes everything, I'm not a massive cricket fan, but he'll make everything he writes is
he
fantastic.
can write about anything and make it sound really cool.
And that's on tonight. I'll make sure I check that out. So that's 7:30 tonight.
7:30
KO
tonight,
Sports and Channel 503. You can watch Gout and Crash Craddock and all the team there on the back page. But remember, footy's back. Get on board KO Sports. Sign up today. Lara Pitt, lovely to have you on the show.
Cheers, Lara.
Thanks, guys.
Lara.
See you soon.
See ya.
Take care.
Bye.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'm looking at my gram right now, and the Met Gala has kicked off.
Oh, it's on now, is it?
Yeah, and I'm looking at some of the outfits. They're only just hitting the red carpet now. Lewis Hamilton has made an appearance, and he looks like if Vanilla Ice were made a Swiss prince. He's in this white outfit with like a back-to-front white cap. He looks like he's being... Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
look at that.
He looks like an artist from Paris in the 1800s or something.
What was the theme again?
He does... Oh,
Your
let
own
me have a
style or
look.
something? Or very,
What is the
kind
theme?
of
Hang on.
vague.
Met Gala, the theme is
Create your
tailored
style.
for you.
Tailored for you, yeah. So what's that mean?
I don't want to do whatever. I guess they're sick of putting
And
parameters on things.
where's it on at? Because where was he? He was in Miami yesterday, 2 days ago,
Yeah.
for the F1.
Is it the same place every time? It doesn't say where it is. I don't know
I don't
where
know.
it is.
Somewhere in America.
Sarah Jessica Parker won't be turning up this time, which is a shame because she always comes with banging dress. I'd love to see what Blake Lively wears. She
Why
always
won't-
wears the best frocks.
What happened to Sarah Jessica Parker?
She said she's working, and everyone's like, but you're
Working?
the fashion queen.
Working where?
Yeah, what are you doing? Writing a blog? Come on. Come on, Sarah
doing
Jessica
now?
Parker.
Has she got a blog in the Courier Mail due on Wednesday and she hasn't done it yet?
Wait, is that your tips or is that mine?
You keep going. I'll read while she didn't make it.
Hang on, I'm having a look.
Right.
Oh, it's a fundraiser. Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's...
it always has been a fundraiser, actually.
Sydney Sweeney looks completely sort of not Sydney Sweeney like. She looks like she's wearing
got
a
a
dress that you could go to the Oscars, but that's not what the Met's all about. Like, she should be dressed in something bizarre.
I know you meant to wear something a bit
Yeah.
outrageous, but she's gone, you know what, I don't have to because I'm hot and I've got the best rack
Yeah,
in the biz.
fair enough.
And she's kind of framed it beautifully in that
Has she?
outfit. Like, she looks really classy. She's got a J-Lo kind of slick back hairdo with the little kind of curl lick on the forehead. And then she's framed her décolletage.
The chest is cut out.
The chest is cut out. She's
Chest
got like
equals
a
on show.
keyhole.
Yes.
Keyhole.
Oh,
And-
Lordy. I'm just going to look at it. Yeah.
I think she looks fantastic.
That
Good on her.
works. That
She's
works.
turned up. She doesn't look like a well,
She looks great.
a sideshow, but
my
Gaga
favourite.
always delivers and Blake Lively always delivers. Like, remember when Blake Lively... Actually, you probably don't. Why am I saying that? Remember when the Broncos saw Blake Lively wear this dress that it
He's gonna make it rugby
changed?
league.
She had... It was her, wasn't it? She had the fairy godmother who came and did this. Oh, was that Ariana Grande? I think it was Ariana Grande. And they kind of did a magic change and her whole dress changed colour. Like she was Cinderella.
No, I didn't see that gimmick. That sounds pretty good. What? Before your very eyes.
Before your very eyes. And Jeremy was saying just the other day, while watching the football, he said, have they ever brought more LED lighting
to
into
Florence.
outfits?
Yeah, I'd be all up for that.
I think it makes sense.
A
Like
little
imagine
battery pack,
boning.
little
Yeah.
battery pack somewhere.
There's no reason why we can't be lit, ladies. Like,
I'm all up for that.
you know what? If I ever get to go to an awards ceremony for
Yeah.
this industry,
LED it.
I'm going to, right, everyone, don't do it. I'm doing it. I'm going to LED
The only time
my
I've ever
dress.
in Vegas, I bought a shirt with a battery pack, and it had like it.
You used to have those sweat ones.
Yeah, it had
as
like-
you'd sweat, the
Yeah, that's not-
Had
colours would
reindeer and
change.
Santa riding across it.
No, it was like it was like an equalizer, like the sound bars of an equalizer.
Oh,
like the,
cool.
And it,
Oh, that's cool.
And it matched the music. There was a little microphone on my battery pack.
Did you have a keyboard tie too?
No, I never had that. Didn't
Okay.
go back far.
Where were you,
That far
Coachella
back.
or something?
No, I was in Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas,
Yeah.
baby.
I never
I'm
wore
waiting
it.
for more celebrities to walk the red carpet. Come
Well, that's
on.
good. It's underway.
It is underway. And everyone's looking
Sydney Sweeney's definitely
sparkle-arkling.
the pick so far,
Well, she's the only one.
in my opinion.
Oh, unless you want Lewis.
And anyone else going to walk down that carpet, she's still going to be my pick.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Smarter than Nikki before. I had to do the word necessary.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you were
yeah.
like, that's a tricky one to spell.
Okay, yeah, I always get it wrong.
And it's because our English language just plays silly buggers with us all the time.
They reckon it's the hardest language to learn.
And without
Really?
doubt, when I was learning German, it made me start to understand English more because I didn't understand English until I learned German. I went, oh my God, what are we doing with that? But it kind of explained why we do all the stupid things we do with our
Because
words.
of Latin.
Oh God, let's do this again. No, I've done my smart bit. Now,
No, but Latin's the old
oldie
ancient one, but they're all sort of based on. My dad learnt Latin at school.
oh, stuff that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, that's. I've learned German. I haven't been to Germany. It's been useless.
Yeah.
But I was watching Instagram the other day, and this Aussie guy in his truck on a video has just nailed it to perfection. Listen to this guy.
The word physical, right? The PH at the start makes an F sound. But if you think of the word laugh, the two letters at the end make the F sound, which is a G and an H. And then when you think of the word through, the G and the H at the end don't make any sound at all. But if you take the H and the R out of through, you get tough. And then all of a sudden the GH has got something to say about it.
Yeah, that is ridiculous when you think of it.
It
that
is
way.
ridiculous.
All of a sudden, the GH has got something to say about it.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I was reading about this AFL player who was playing for Collingwood and was interviewed, I think, over the weekend on, I'm not sure what it was, radio I think it was, but he was talking about his early days when he broke into the AFL. He was living with another player, but that player was older and I think had their deal going on with their missus at home, and so he was kind of left to his own for meals and all the rest of it. And he got into the habit of just ordering Uber Eats
Yeah.
for lunch and dinner. He said the club would generally provide them breakfast, but he was just a young bloke. I went, oh, bugger this. He's earning some good money, so it was just Uber Eats for lunch and dinner.
I still say it's economically not the worst idea.
If I went back to my
When you're
uni
by yourself.
days and early Sydney years, I would be Uber Eatsing everything.
Yeah, if you're by yourself, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, if
it's
you-
hard to grocery shop for yourself because you waste so
Yeah,
much.
that's it. Because you have to go out and
You buy
buy
a salad. I have it once. I put it in the fridge. 4 days later, it's gone off. I chuck it out. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
this bloke, over the course of 1 year, his Uber Eats bill came in at $28,000.
Well, that's about
Well, let
how
me
much
think.
food
How much would you
costs.
spend? Yeah, that's my point.
I did the maths on it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so it worked out.
Brendan Favola did this as well.
And may I also say, he'd also be a Platinum 1 Uber.
What does
which
that mean? You get
which
it quicker?
I am. Or if you'll get like huge discounts, so you'll get like, say you get a Thai meal for $42, it'd be minus $12 or $14 or something like that.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Really?
free delivery, free this, yeah.
Well, he must have been a big eater then, because if at $28,000, that comes in at $538 a week, and then divide that by 7 days in the week, he was spending $76.92 a day.
If it's
on
2
Uber
meals,
Eats.
that's
$35
$35 a pop.
I was thinking it was one meal. I'm like, he's going through $76 on Uber
Pretty easy to
Eats
do it.
That's like 4
in
burritos.
one meal.
You know, if you just got normal, like, you know.
But he was having lunch as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got delivery fees and things
Yeah,
like that.
so
It does add up.
That roughly works out $38 a meal if he's
Yeah.
lunch and dinner, but that's also 7 days a week.
Yeah.
365.
That's
Yeah, but
ridiculous.
take away
That's
the amount of
relentless.
money you'd have to spend on pots and pans and fuel to go to the supermarket
Yeah.
and parking if he has to pay to park at the supermarket. Look, Uber Eats is looking good. I'm just saying. I'm sick of cooking. I've been cooking for my family for
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would love to see what a family of, say, 4
with Uber
spend on
Eats?
groceries a year.
Oh, insane.
It's like $400 a week now to feed those bastards.
There you
like,
go. So-
yes.
To
How much is that
To
then?
fill those holes
So it's
in there. Yeah.
400 times 52.
Lots.
Lot. I don't know. No, that's-
Two.
Well, that'd be 20 odd grand. But
Okay,
it's more than
right.
that. It'd be more than
It'd have to be
than
more
that.
than
Yeah, it definitely costs more than that.
Yeah.
Jeremy's probably listening right now going, and the rest, because he does all the shopping now.
And if he's an AFL player and he's picking up...
Oh, I'm not having a go.
No,
I'm just saying
trying to
it's
work it out.
interesting.
If
Yeah.
he's picking up 300K and you're only spending 28 grand a year on food, you know... it's
And
like-
he's doesn't have to cook at
Doesn't
all.
have to cook.
Yeah. Oh, I'm kind of was saying it just from a envious point of view. Like, how good would it be? Like, you know, you couldn't Uber Eats the whole family for a whole year. Like that would be insane as
Yeah.
well.
You'd have to be J-Lo. You'd have to have her budget.
Oh, yeah, that's what you mean.
I just jumped to J-Lo. Yeah.
J-Lo? Specifically
Well,
J-Lo?
yeah, well, you're talking about footy, so I'm bringing in like the kind of entertainment side.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I would have gone Beyonce. Personally.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.